Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, as I has introduced, I am from Dibrugarh University. It is the easternmost part of India. Um, I'm an assistant professor of Department of Statistics of this university. Okay, today the topic is data visualization. As I seen in the brochure that you have those who don't have idea about R, I think they have get some basic idea during this workshop. And my topic is data visualization. Data visualization means you have learned about data, you have heard about data in your day-to-day research life, and the visualization or pictorial or graphical representation of the data is the preliminary stage of any kind of analysis. So before going to any kind of statistical analysis, you have to have some rough idea about your data set. Okay, and that kind of rough idea is given by data visualization. So, uh, as the title of the workshop refers that it is data visualization. So we can part these two words, data and visualization. So together it makes data visualization. First of all, we have to know what is data, and then representation of that data is known as visualization. So from data, any kind of, it may be primary or secondary. From data, we get information. In general, as in statistics, we say as data, but in social science or in other sister subjects of statistics, it is, or in general, it is known as information. What is the information? What is the information about the tobacco consumption? And what is your age? What is the height? What is your weight? These are some data. On the other hand, in general, we can say these are some information about a person. Okay. Depending upon that data, we have to make some decision, and uh, this is a part of research. Okay, why we do research? To get some solution of a problem, at, at, and that solution can be transferred in some ways to decision making. So what we do in research, we generally take some questions, and depending upon that question, we make some objectives, and then we go for uh, uh, literature review. Depending upon that literature review, then we take some data if the real life data is needed for your research. And then after getting the data set, we analyze and then write some conclusion or concluding remark. Okay, so this is somehow is a type of solution of your question. So for giving a solution or giving some concluding remarks, we have to know what the data refers for. That is the understanding of the data. We have to know what the data reflects. Through the data, what a person or what a research scholar can get. To get some basic idea, we have to have some understanding about the data set. And then relationship. Sometimes we check uh, gender-wise tobacco consumptions. Let's take a question that uh, is there any relationship between the gender and the tobacco consumption? Or we may say, is there any relationship between gender and hypertension? Hypertension, we all know. Uh, so this kind of relationship can be get only from the data. and there are much more statistical, higher level statistical analysis also there. And in the basic point, I want to say that statistics always need numerical data. Okay, sometimes the data are categorical or qualitative, but statistics use only numerical value. Okay, so uh, to get to do statistical analysis, we have to have some numerical data set or numerical value, and depending upon those numerical values, we can do any kind of statistical analysis. But any kind means depending upon your research question and depending upon your objective, you have to choose the proper statistical techniques. Okay, after getting the data, the first thing is that for a layman, by seeing the graphical representation or by seeing some pictorial representation, a layman can understand what the data want to say. So the visualization means pictorial or graphical representation of the data, what you have collected through your research. So again, I want to say that data and visualization together means data visualization, or this is the basic concept or basic statistics which anyone can do and any layman can understand. Maybe some in general, people cannot have the knowledge of statistics but visualizing the graphics, visualizing the charts, one can say, yes, this is the trend, and these are the solutions, or these are the things what is happening in the data set. Okay, so first come with the data. I already told you that statistics means numerical value. That is, to quantify uncertainty in social science research, investigators have to deal with different types of data. Already I told you that generally the students from social science uh, collect data in Likert scale, that is rating from 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. And sometimes the data set may be, the response may be yes, no, the response may be in order. So, but we do statistical analysis. We first have to convert those qualitative data set into quantitative one. And nowadays, there are softwares, many softwares are there that SPSS, R, SAT, SS, SES, are many softwares are there, but out of them, SPSS are more popular because these are, I think, a little bit easier for students, easier for researcher from any field of research. Okay, so data, numerical representation. Data are the basic input to any decision making process. You can make decision on the basis of theoretical knowledge, but data, if you collect data to get a solution, then it will be more fruitful. Any records, descriptive accounts, or symbolic representation of an attributes are together constitute data. Data are usually measured on numerical scale, maybe in
Sorry,
ordinal scale. Yes.
sir, you are presenting any slide?
Yes.
Yes, we are not able to see, most probably.
Okay. Okay.
Anyone?
Fine.
Please check.
Actually, due to my internet problem, I think.
Uh, you should share, sir. Otherwise, take it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Coming. आ गया.
Is it visible?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So data may be numerical representation. Data. I'm again starting this slide. Data are the basic input to any decision-making process. Any records, descriptive accounts, or symbolic representation of an attribute, event, or process may be constitute a data point. Data are usually measured or on a numerical scale, or sometimes it may be ordinal. I'll show you what are the ordinal. There are ratio scale, or there are interval scale also. Appropriate use of statistical procedure requires that we understand the data and the process that we generate them. The last point, you have to have appropriate statistical procedure, means you have to have the knowledge what the data says before applying the any kind of statistical techniques. Okay, because uh, probably some of you may heard about t-test, f-test, chi-square test, but what type of statistical techniques will be used in your data set, you have to know before applying that statistical technique. Okay, and graphical or pictorial representation of the dataset at the beginning will help you to gather that knowledge. And obviously, before applying any kind of statistical knowledge, statistical test, you have to have the theoretical knowledge, a little bit of theoretical knowledge of the uh, techniques. So based on the source of collection, there are two types of data. One is called primary and the other one is called secondary. Primary means which are collected by the researchers himself or herself directly from the respondent. Okay, and the secondary data are those which we can be collect from internet, maybe from paper, maybe from record, anything else. The data which are collected by the researcher or any kind of person directly from the respondent, that are called primary, and secondary are those which already have had collected and recorded in some systematic manner. These are the methods of collecting primary data. First one is observation method, means you by observing the things you can take record, and these are some primary data set. And direct personal investigation, I won't go through this all. Indirect oral investigation, investigation through local agencies, telephone interview, mail questionnaire method, schedules, and remote sensing, which is the last one is more popular in these days. And these are the secondary dataset or the source of secondary dataset. We can divide this secondary dataset or source of dataset into two sources. One is internal source and other one is external source. So by depending upon the type, we can divide the data into two categories. One is called qualitative and the other one is called quantitative. Qualitative are sometimes called categorical also, because for example, gender, we have a male, female, and right now we generally, if you see some kind of questionnaire in these days, in questionnaires or in if you apply for any kind of exam or any post or any kind of job, then you will find that under gender there are three categories: male, female, and other. So these are not numbers. Eye color, ethnic origin, nationality. These are some qualitative data. Why qualitative? Because there is no numerical value attached with them. Okay. The second one is quantitative: age, blood pressure, height, weight. Because why quantitative? Because age. If anyone asks you about your age, what will you say? Maybe 31, maybe 35, maybe 40, maybe 45, like that. Blood pressure. There are two types of blood pressure. One is called systolic blood pressure, and another one is called diastolic blood pressure. And each of that thing will have some numerical value or numerical data or numbers. Height, weight, are etc. are the examples of quantitative data. So based on the observations, we have two types of, again, we have two types of data set. One is called discrete, one is called continuous. Discrete means which we can specify in simple or single or numerical or in natural numbers, like uh, number of defects, number of in a production company, say in a production company of computer, after processing the whole things, one asks the company that in in a lot of 100 computer, in a lot of production of 100 computer, how many defects you have find? And the person told that simply two. So this is a discrete number. Okay, number of accident took place in uh, Yamuna Express Highway by daily basis. Then the police, a police person can reply with some numbers, with some figures, discrete numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. How many cigarettes do you smoke daily? One can say one packet, two packet, on in numbers, three numbers, five numbers, six numbers of cigarette I consumed, like that. Again, the other category is continuous. Continuous means height, weight, which we can measure with some predefined scale. Okay, what is your height? Maybe 5.6 feet, 6.1, 7.2, like that. These are some. These are called continuous because these are defined with some predefined scaling procedure. Okay, weight are an example of continuous data. So again, on depending upon the arrangement, data can be divided into three categories. One is called time series, second one is called cross-sectional, and third one is called pool data. I'll show you the example. This is a maximum temperature of the Brugger from 1st March to 10 March 2020. This is a example of time series data. Why? The first column refers as time, and the second column refers to the maximum temperature. So from 1st March to 10 March, we have 10 different time points, and against that time point, we have 10 different frequencies. Since in this table, a frequency is against one time point, so together this table is called time series. Why time series? Because the data set is collected in accordance with the time. Again, in the first example, we have took on of Dibrugarh district only. There are two another districts, Jorhat and Golaghat of Assam, and we have took the temperature of 1st March 2020 of Dibrugarh, Jorhat, and Guwahati. In the first example, we have 1st March to 10 March dataset, but in the second example, we have taken only one time point, but three frequencies. These are called cross-sectional data. Okay. In the third example, we have again 1st March to 10 March dataset time point, and we have three districts, Dibrugarh, Jorhat, and Golaghat. And for each district, we have collected the frequencies. Okay, these are the frequencies of maximum temperature. So it means in 1st March 2020, we have 27.7 degrees centigrade maximum temperature in Dibrugarh, 30.7 in Jorhat, and 31.0 in Guwahati. So this is an example of pool data. If we take only these two columns, only the first column and second column, if we consider only first column and second column, then it is called time series. If we consider the first row wise data, first row, only the first row, then it is called cross-sectional data. And if we consider the whole data set, means one time period and three different frequency or four different frequency, means more than one frequency, then it is called pool data. So till now we have got gather a basic knowledge of data. Now, there are two types of variables or two types of data. One is called discrete and the other one is called continuous. Under discrete, there are nominal and ordinal scale. Under continuous, there are interval and ratio scale. What are the discrete data? Discrete data means those data set which are in numbers, in natural numbers, maybe say, or continuous, which are collected in some predefined scale. Okay. So this is the definition or somehow the basic points of nominal scale. The nominal scale produces classification of persons or things based on qualitative assessment of the characteristics being considered. There is no concept of greater than or less than there. And third one is quality of the product, that is bad. For example, quality of the product, bad or good. Now, to apply statistical test or apply graphical representation, you have to convert this good or bad to numbers. Say we assign 1 for good, 2 for bad. Okay. Some other example of nominal scales are sex, means gender, male or female, area, say 813 to 272, 372, or like that. Religion, Hindu, Muslim, etc. Because these are some qualitative data. Okay, but we have to convert this data to nominal number because into numerical number. So it is called nominal scale. Next one is ordinal scale. In ordinal scale, this is needed. Okay, in the previous previous scale, it is not needed, but here it is needed. Then what is the performance of the employee? Maybe good, maybe okay, or maybe excellent. But this is an order. This is first, second, and third. Okay, 2 is greater than 1, 3 is greater than 2. Okay, don't go for a numerical value of 1, 2, 3. Like good is better than okay, and excellent is better than good. So it is an order. So these kind of data set are all ordinal data. Say if you are going to collect the educational qualification of 10 people, some may be passed to 8 passed, some appears like 10 passed, some appears like graduate, some appears like graduate and above. And this is an order. The 8 pass persons are at the lowest most part. Then 10 pass is higher than 8 passed. Graduate is higher than 10 pass, and graduate is above are higher than graduate. So there are data which are in this kind of category are known as ordinal. Next, interval scale. 1 unit on the scale represents the same magnitude on the characteristics being measured across the whole range of the scale. Like the height. We have some predefined scaling procedure for calculating the height, and those type of scale or scaling procedure are known as interval scale. Interval scale do not have a true 0 point. True 0 point means like temperature. If we say today the temperature of Chimla is 0 degrees centigrade, which doesn't mean that there is no temperature, right? So there is no 0 point in interval scale. Ratio scale. The ratio scale is similar to the interval scale with the exception that it possesses a true 0 point. Because if we say the height is 0, means there is nothing to calculate. Okay. So the predefined scale means like for calculating height or weight, there is a actual 0 point, and these are the case where if we collect data in that manner are called as ratio scale. Now, after getting the data, I already told you that after getting that data, our primary work is to gather the basic knowledge what you have gathered from the dataset. Okay, and that first step is visualization. By visualizing the gathered dataset, unstructured dataset is the preliminary and primary work for a research scholar, because by visualizing you can have some rough idea what you have collected from the uh, collected through the primary data collection. Okay, why it is important? Because I already mentioned you that by seeing the graphical representation, one can have ideas which he or she may not get by seeing the statistical testing procedure. Okay, because it is easy to understand, because in our day-to-day life, we see some kind of graphical representation, which maybe we are not from that, or we are not familiar from that field. But by seeing those graphical representation, you can have some knowledge. Because in the COVID time, you have seen many type of graphical representation, bar chart, clustered bar chart, or trend line. But a people or a person may not know what is trend. Okay, what is the increasing manner of COVID-19 pandemic? But by seeing this graphical representation, a layman can also say that yes, the trend is increasing for COVID-19 positive cases. Okay, and the graphical representation, it is in the true graphical representation, it is easy to get or acquire attention of the audience. Sometimes, say you are a student from commerce background, okay? You are attending a workshop or an international or national conference, and you are presenting your research paper. You are from commerce background, and in the audience side, there was a person, he is from life science background, okay? The life science person may not get the points what you are presenting through your presentation, because you are from commerce and the audience is from life sciences background. At that point, if you put some slides where some graphical representation of your data, then that person from life science background can easily understand what you are going to tell or what you are presenting in front of them. Maybe he is not getting the all things, but he will, or he or she will have some rough idea what you are doing during your research work. Okay, it can be used to discuss critical points, and sometimes it can be used for summarize also, because if you see the census report, there are no statistical statements or no statistical techniques were used, but they used some graphical representation, and through that graphical representation, they put some concluding remark, which is the summary what they have collected. Okay. The graphical representation also can be used to discover the trend. What is the whether the data set are showing some increasing manner or showing some decreasing manner. Okay. For categorical data, we have bar chart, we have bar chart, or we have subdivided bar chart, or sometimes it is called multiple bar chart. Okay. This is the example of bar chart. A bar chart compares different categories by using individual bars to represent the tails of each category. See, in the x-axis, these are the colors, name of the colors, and in the y-axis, this is the children. Say 8 children choose red color. 7 children choose blue color. Okay, in that manner, 5 children choose green color. Okay, this is somehow easy to understand by any people. Okay, this is a pie chart. The total area under one circle is 360 degree, and this is the division: 7%, 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%. Generally, we know these things. We have learned about these things in our school syllabus, right? For numerical data set, we have histogram, we have frequency polygon, we have cumulative frequency curve, or sometimes it is called a OGIF. And this is the histogram. What is the difference between bar chart and histogram? In bar chart, is it visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It is a bar chart, and we have difference between two bars. Okay. This is only the frequency. We have a difference between two bars. But if you see about the histogram, we do not have that kind of differences between two. Okay. This is known as histogram. A histogram is a bar chart for group numerical data in which you use vertical bars to represent the frequencies or percentage in each group. And this is the scatter diagram. We do not put here any kind of uh, bar or line or histogram. We generally represent the basic things of the dataset with the help of some dot. And these are known as scatter diagram. So let's come to the our presentation. Okay, this is R Studio. Have you seen about this? I think you
Yes,
already have got about the R console, only R and R Studio, right?
Yesterday we have downloaded both, sir, Art Studio and Art Console,
Okay.
and we had just learned about the basic codings.
Okay. Have you learned about how to export or import data from Excel sheet?
Yes, sir, that CSV format and XLS
Yes.
format. Uh,
Read.csv command.
yes, and that library we have downloaded the package Read Excel from the
Okay.
library.
Okay.
So this much we have done, and we have done some basic how to arrange the data. That basic
Okay.
thing we have
Okay.
learned.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. Fine. So basic thing is that in our studio, you will find a much more library. Already the participant has told that you have learned how to download library. There are much more libraries are there to draw graphical representation or to make pictorial representation. But before downloading these packages, you just start from the basic, or you have to start because library have everything, and before knowing this you have okay, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Okay, so yes, there are much more packages in R, but before applying those packages you have to have the basic knowledge of how to do histogram, how to do bar chart in R. Okay, in main. So I first start with histogram. Is it feasible or I have to make it large? Hello.
So it is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible, no problem.
Okay. So first we have to have the data. Okay. I have taken some data set from R. It is R norm. It is generally a random number from normal distribution. You don't have to see think more about this because I don't have a data set for histogram. So I take a random numbers. It is first we have to load this. Okay, this is I assign this R norm. I take 100 numbers and assign to a name A. Okay, then to plot histogram, we have to write HIST under bracket A. Okay, and this is the histogram. This is the histogram. Okay, because normal distribution is from minus infinity to plus infinity, so it starts from -2 to +3. Okay, this is called histogram. There is no differences between two bars. Okay, first you have to put HIST under bracket A. Why A? Because I insert my 100 numbers to a name A. Okay, for naming, you can use YLED nodes, XLEP frequencies, because from this HIST A, you will have this kind of data set. Okay, and if you want a further naming or anything, you want to adjust, maybe you want to write in YLED that it is already their frequency is there, and if you want to put anything such like count in XLab, you may write notes and then just have to run it. From hist A, this is the basic command for histogram. You can put like that. Okay, but if you want further naming, then you can put hist A comma ylab. Ylab means for y-axis, and then I want to say I want to put ylab as count, so I put count under two quotation, open quotation, close quotation, then comma, then xlab means I want to change the name of the x-axis, put equal, then quotation starts. I want to put the name nodes, NODES nodes under x-axis. So I put xlab equal to quotation nodes and then quotation close and then bracket close. And then put click the R run, and these are the new graphics or graphical representation. And now how I can import these things to my research page. Okay, this is somehow important. Okay, you can directly copy from here, like save images, copy image addresses. Okay, now see, I want to save these images. Save image as by clicking. So you again right click here, right click over the picture. Then there are the options. I choose the first one, save image as. I click and then I will paste it where I want to use. Okay, put a name here. Say Kulldep. Okay, now see what happened. This one. Okay, I'll open this page with the picture. Okay, this is the histogram, what we have done in R. Okay, there are many things also. If there are another option, there is a point zoom. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Sir, what is the command for histogram?
Only the hist, HIST.
And what's the meaning of bracket A?
Bracket A means I put my data under the A. It is A means a name. Okay, you can put
A
your name
means-
also, just like a variable X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D. It is anything. You can put anything here. Okay, I'll show you. This is A means name. Okay, under the name we put 100 dataset. Okay, what are the 100 dataset? These are the 100 dataset. Okay, these are 100 data, and these data are under this the name of A. Okay, can you understand now?
The file
Now by
name is A.
yes,
The file name is A. I think the file name of dataset is A. And all this data, 100 are raw data. It is
yes, all are
unarranged
raw
data.
data. I'm generating from the R actually. Okay, if you have the data set, then it will be okay, right?
Oh, okay,
To show
sir.
you in this presentation, I just randomly generated this data set from R. Okay, so R means A means A is a variable. In statistics, it is known as variable, or you say it is the name of the data set. Okay, all these 100 data are under this A. Okay, in place of A, you can write my name also. Okay, under my name, there are 100 points or 100 data. So to draw histogram, we have to write hist and then the name of the data and then put run. Sorry. Okay, the same thing is here, right? And there is an option zoom. Okay, if you click the zoom option, okay, and this is the histogram what we have done right now. And I prefer this zoom option because sometimes what happen, you cannot enlarge this picture, right? This picture I have got from where? By right clicking over the picture and then press the save images. This option is not a better because by clicking zoom you will have a large picture, and from that large picture you save that image. It will be a good option because now see, now again I put it as save, choose the folder. Okay, first one is Kulldep 1, second one is Kulldep 2. Okay, now see, this is the first image. What? This is the first image. We have saved this image by right clicking above the picture and then with the help of save images. Okay, and this is the second picture. But this picture came from the zoom option. Okay, till now anything else?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I want to draw this picture. Title of the picture, that is a histogram of Kulldep. It
Yes.
is above x-axis. I want to return this below the x-axis. like where you written on x-axis Kuldeep, then
Oh,
I want
actually,
to.
actually for histogram in R, there is a option main. Okay, in the last part, you can see there is a option plot A. A means the name. Okay, plot A. Y left means you already know about that. Y left means the axis of the y axis, name of the axis. X left means name of the x axis, and main means this one. Okay.
Okay. But
There are
actually, I
some
want to say.
there are some limitations in graphical representation in R. In
Okay.
general, if you use QQ plot or any kind of statistical any kind of packages from R, then we'll have those options through which you can put the name of that histogram in the upper part or lower part, in right part or left part. Okay, but in general, without using any kind of packages, you cannot have that option to write this the title of the uh, graph in the lower part. Okay, any more question? You can put in the chat box also. Okay, no problem for that. So next one is bar chart. I will show you a data set. Generally, what happen? We use bar chart for categorical data. So this is a categorical data. Say there are 31 number of persons, 31 numbers of persons from which we have collected data. And out of 31, there are some male person and there are from some female respondent. Now, through histogram, we can check how many female are there, how many males are there. You know about this. Then how we can calculate or how we can run in R. In basics, first we have to read those data sets. I put the name of the data set as A. Okay. Then use the command read.csv. Why? Because my Excel sheet is saved as .csv format. Okay. Then I have to put the path of the CSV file up to here. I have to put the path of the CSV file. Then after comma, I put header is equal to 2. Why? Because in my data set, this is the header, gender. It is not similar with male and female. Altogether, there are 32 points. Okay. I have to reject the first point because why? Because this is the heading of this column. So I put header as 2. So first of all, what we have to do, click on here, then press run. Now I have the data point like this. Can I put a bar graph or bar chart from directly here? I'll check. This is the name of A. Okay. I choose R. This is the error. What the error means? Error in Blackboard default A. Height must be a vector or a matrix. That means we cannot draw bar chart directly from the raw table. For this, we have to make some arrangement. Why arrangement? Because the data are in some format where it is not in a vector form. So we have to make the data in some arrangement so that we can get some bar chart. Okay, for this we have to make the table. First, we have to make the raw data. We have to convert the raw data into a table format. For table format, we have to use the command table. Okay.
So I'm unable to put the path after
Yes.
.csv. I'm
Yes.
unable to put the.
Okay. Okay.
I'm unable to put path.
Okay.
Path
You
of
are
the
unable to
files.
put path.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is A. A means anything, the name I already told you. This is the command read.csv. Why we use read.csv? Because my Excel sheet are in CSV format. Okay. From here up to here, it is clear, right? Then
Yes.
quotation will start. Okay. And where you will get this path. This is my file histogram. Okay. Right click on here. Go to the lowermost part. There is properties. Okay. Click on properties. You will have that location, or we say as path. Copy this whole thing. Okay. You have to copy this location, and then you have to put here. Okay. In location, it is generally a backslash. Okay. If you put backslash, you have to use two backslash in R. Originally, see what happened. Originally in here, it is backslash, right? If you put this location directly into R, then you have to put two backslash in every, you have to put two backslash instead of one. In location, you will get only one backslash, but R new only, R no only two backslash. Okay, I am repeating my things. In the location of a file, you will get only one backslash, but to read this file in R, you have to use two backslash. But instead of using two backslash, you can use one forward slash also. One forward slash also. Okay, this is the path up to here you will get from the location. Okay, at the last, you have to put the name of the file by yourself. I'm showing you something, and this is the location. Okay, this is the location, and the location ends at the folder name, because my folder name is new folder, and the location ends at new folder. After new folder, you have to write the name of your file, because my file name is histogram, right? So I put here histogram. Okay, I put here histogram. Okay, because this histogram file is in CSV format, so I put .csv and quotation close. Altogether, this is known as the path of the file. That file where you have stored your data set. Okay, the next thing is after you have to put a comma. Okay, then after you have to write header is equal to true. Why I put header is equal to true? Because in my data set there is a column name which is gender. Altogether there are 32 points of data set in my Excel file, but the first one is the column name. So I put header is equal to true. Header is equal to true. You can use TRUE, or instead of writing the whole thing, you can just put only one capital T. Okay, then run. So if you want to see what you have imported from imported to the R, you can just write A and then press run. So these are my data set. These are the data set I have imported from Excel. Gender, it is the name of the column, and then there are 31 data point. Right. So first I will see whether bar plot can be done from the raw data set. So for this, I have used bar plot. The command is bar plot, BARPLOT, bar plot, and under bracket we have put the name of the data or name of the file. Okay. Now I click run, and I click run, and there are some error message appears. This error message means we cannot draw bar plot directly from the file or directly from the data set. For this, we have to first make the data cell in tabular format. That means we have to make the raw data in some table format. To make the raw data in table format, we can use the command table, TABLE, table. By writing this table under bracket A, we can convert the file A or dataset A or the variable A or the column A into a table. I'll show you how. Write TABLE table A and then press run. Now see what appears. Originally this is the dataset, okay, but after making table, the dataset becomes like this. There are 13 female and there are 18 male, and this is the table of what we have got from the original or raw dataset. By using the command TABLE table, we can convert the original dataset into table format. Okay. Then we give a name count to the table. The same thing can be done here also. Count table also. But to understand that the basic steps, I have write this in another line. Count. This is assign symbol. Okay, you have learned about this, I think. Have you learned about this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is assign symbol. We have assigned the name count to the table. Okay, by right clicking this, we insert the table under the count. Okay, then now see. Now to draw bar plot, I already told you that we have to write the command BARPLOT. Already I mentioned that I made the table under count name. So by clicking this bar plot under bracket count, by clicking run, and this is the graphical representation of bar chart. So there are 13 female and 18 male, and this one, female and male. Okay. So again, you may check what is the percentage. What is the percentage? we use the term table A to convert the original data set to what? Original data set to table format. Now, to make a percentage, we can directly use table bracket start table A under bracket A divided by 31. Why 31? Because there are 31 numbers of people, and then divided by or divided by 100. Sorry, divided by 100. This is the person, and by clicking person, and this is the person. Okay. And if you rearrange or naming these things, then you can use bar plot, count. You can put X lab as gender, Y lab as number for this. Bar plot, bracket, start, count, Y count, because we name the table as count. X lab means name of the x-axis, Y lab means name of the y-axis, then main means the title of the what? Bar chart. By clicking this, we will get this. Okay, the new thing is here. Gender come here. This was the gender. This is the number, and this is the gender frequency. Okay, and there are many more options, but how you can choose without using the without going for the Google, you can also help the package R directly to choose what are the options available under the command bar plot. How? Start with a question mark. Is it visible? Start with a question mark, then write BARPLOT. Okay, question mark, then bar plot. This means what is the command bar plot for stands for, or how and what are the things you can insert under the command bar plot by using a question mark and then the command and then click run. Okay, in the right hand side it will appear bar plot. Creates a bar plot with vertical or horizontal bars. You can choose these bars as horizontal or graphical as per your need. Okay, uses. These are the default methods. What are the commands you can use under the bar plot? This is the command bar plot. This is the height. What is the height of the graph? This is the Y. Space, if you need any space. Names, legend, if you want to write, put legend in the graph. And these are the options actually. These are the options what you can put under the command bar. So instead of going directly to the Google, you can just put a question mark and then without giving any kind of space, write down the command and R will tell you what kind of or what are the options you have under the barcode command. Up to here, any confusion or anything you want to ask? Am I audible?
Audible.
Okay. So next one is multiple bar chart. Again, I have a data set like this one. I have a data set like we have a column gender and a column whether you use tobacco or not. Okay, The first column refers to the gender, and the second column refers to the use of tobacco consumption or consumption of tobacco. Okay, already there are 43 respondent in this question, and out of this there are some male persons, there are some female respondent, and some of the male respondents says yes, some of the male respondents says no, some of the female respondents say no, some of the female respondents say yes. So in the uh, simple bar chart, we have only one column. For multiple bar chart, you will have more than one columns. Right now, for this example, we have two columns. One is gender, and the second one is use of topic. How we can do multiple bar chart in R? First of all, this is the path, or this is the file name. We have used mbar. The name of the file is mbar, which is saved in .csv format. Obviously, you have seen that there are two headers. One is gender, one is tobacco. So I put header is equal to true. True means capital T. We run it. Run it. Run it. Click anything in the path or anything in the code, and then press run. Okay. Yes, in the first example, I have shown you that you cannot use bar, plot, or any kind of charts building directly in the raw table. Raw data set. So we convert the raw data A to tabular format, like A, gender, the first column, A, tobacco, second column. See, this is another kind of making table. A dot table means a name. A dot table means a name. I assign the table under this name. So for assignment, I use this sign. Okay. In the previous example, I first made table, then I assigned a name. In this, I together make these things. First, I put a name, then use assign symbol, then take help the command table. Then we have two different column in that Excel sheet. What was there? Gender and use of tobacco, or simply say tobacco. Okay. A and table comma, after table command, start the bracket, small bracket, then A. What is A? This one, the first one, the file name A. Then I use dollar sign. I assign dollar sign, and then gender. Gender means the name of the first column, comma, again write A, dollar sign, and then write the name of the second column, tobacco. So I run this. Okay. Then I use the option bar plot. So this is the bar plot. This is known as sometimes it is known as multiple bar chart. Okay. These are the no's and these are the yes. Now, how you can choose what are the male, which are the male, which are the female? Because in this graph, there are two options, yes and no, and there are other two options, male and female. By only seeing this graph, we cannot say what stands, black stands for what, and Uh, S color stands for what? Stands for what? So we have to put some what? Legends like blue stands for female, red stands for male. And these are the options no and yes. Means if you see 8 numbers of female says yes, we consume tobacco, and 13 numbers of male says yes, we consume tobacco. In the same manner, 10 numbers of female says we do not consume tobacco. 12 numbers of males says we consume, yes, we do not consume tobacco. How we get this type of plot? So to add the description, you have to use, this is the basic things, bar plot, that is the command, a table, a dot table. This is the name of the table from which we converted from the raw data. Besides, it is true, which means 2 bar diagram or 2 bar will be there in the graph by side. So it is true. Now see the legends. Legends means this one. This female male box in the box are known as legend. This we can give the legends in this command. Okay, legend, row names. Row names means this is the row names, gender and tobacco. Row names of what? A dot table. What is A dot table? A dot table is the table name of the raw data. Now I need what? The row names of A dot table. So I use row names, bracket start, A dot table, bracket close, then comma. Now I want to choose ylab as count, and I want to give some color for better understanding. So I choose the first one as blue and second one as red. I'll show you once again. For better understanding of graphical representation, you have to have every data point or everything that you can include in the graph or in the pictorial diagram. Because in the beginning of this bar plot, you haven't seen what color stands for what. Because whether you don't know whether female is black or male is black, or whether male is white or female is white. So because why we need graphical representation? Because any man or any layman can understand the basic things from a graphical representation. So you have to include everything what you can in a graphical picture or pictorial representation. Bar plot is the basic command. Then bracket start. A dot table means the name of the table, what we have done by converting the raw data into tabular format. Then comma, beside equal to T means true, is stands for this one. Red is line besides blue. Then we have to put legend. Legend means the name of the colors, or which color stands for what. For this, we have put legends. Legend equal to row names. Row names means the names of the 2 column in the first row. It is written row names of what? Row names of the table. Because if you run this table 1, it will be see like, okay, no, yes, female, male. Okay, originally it is like, originally the raw datas are like, originally the raw datas are like this. Okay, but after converting up to into table, we get a data set like no, yes, female, male, a cross table, which is in statistics it is known as cross table. Okay, which means uh, from female 10 says no, 8 says yes. From male 12 says no, 13 says yes. Okay, and we have to put these things into graph. So for legend, row names of what? A dot table, then what? ylab. ylab means, ylab stands for the name of the y-axis. And for better understanding, we converted the raw black and white color to blue and red. So these are the things you will have to know to draw a bar plot. Anything you want to ask? Am I audible? Or am I going too slow?
Yes, sir.
Am I going too slow?
No, sir, fine.
Okay. So next one is pie diagram. Okay. Pie diagram will show you from the first one. This one, the first Excel file of histogram. And there are two gender under the name of gender, under the column of gender. We have the two options, male and female. Now how we can put in the pie diagram in the form of pie diagram. So first we import the data from Excel through CSV. Again, we want to check whether I can use the pie command directly to the raw file. No, X values must be positive, which means as the data set in qualitative manner or some categorical manner, or say not in numerical form, we couldn't use, cannot use, but a pie diagram directly to the data set. So again, we have to make the original data set to tabular form by using table command. We convert the raw data into tabular format. So first of all, I put run, I imported the data, then I make the raw data into table form directly. It means there are 13 female and 18 male. Okay. Then I name that table as count, like as histogram. I name that table as count. Okay, the same thing. Okay, then I took the help of the command pie, pie, and click on run. And this is the pictorial representation of pie diagram. So by seeing this, what we can say, because this is somehow a small figure, there are 13 female, there are 18 male. Okay, but sometimes the data set may be much more higher. It may be lakhs, it may be crores. Okay, in that case, it will be easier to have the knowledge from a what in that case, will have the better knowledge from a pictorial diagram in case this is pie chart. Okay, but by seeing this pie chart, we can say this, yes, the male percentage is somehow higher than the female percentage. Okay, in this case, again we can check what is the percentage of male and female. So for this, we have this one. This is the count. There are 13 female, there are 18 male. How we can count this? There are options like PIA pi. This is the main command. Then bracket starts. Then the name of the table, what we assigned as count. Then in next option is there, which is known as labels. Labels equal to paste. P-A-S-T-E. Paste. What we want to paste? The names. Names of what? Of the table count. Because if we see in the table, it is like female and male. So there are two names, but one is male and the other one is female. Okay, by following these, we put some labels. To use the label option, you have to write labels, put equal sign, then write paste, P-A-S-T-E, paste, bracket start, then names of what? Count is what? Count is the name of the table what we have made from the raw data set. In the table format, we have two names, one is female and the other one is male. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
So yes.
Sir, we should memorize these things like pi, bracket, count, labels, $sign equal to paste names, or we can copy this from somewhere and then paste it and then run.
I don't actually have get what you want to say.
Sir, I mean that
you mean that
you are,
it is necessary to memorize these things, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I already mentioned you that if you have that option, because if you have the option of question mark, now put a question mark. What are the things you want to do, or what are the about what you want to know? Because you want to know about pi.
Pi, yes.
Yes. Just put the question mark, then pi, and then run.
Yes.
Option will be here.
Then I copy this from here, then paste here in the.
Yeah, definitely. Because see, in this is the program what you can put under the pi. This is the pi, and these are my pi, right? This is my pi. Okay. Next, X option is there, right? What is X? The data set. In my case, it is count. Right?
Okay.
Next option is labels. Next option is labels. And these are the paste you can use or you may not. It depends on you. Okay, paste option. With the help of paste option, you can use the names and accordingly with your choice. Okay, these are the radius. How means what is the radius of the circle? If you want a big circle, then use a bigger radius. If you want a small circle, you may use a small radius, because the definition, or say the resolution of the pictures will be as per your thesis or as per your paper. Okay. Because there is a bigger part or bigger space available in your paper. Then you can use a bigger size of the picture. Or sometimes it is seen that some research paper, research journal wants picture in some within a limit of within some limits of the GPI or CPI like that. Because I want to say that some journal generally says uh, in their website that your picture must be lie between these and these. But these are the limitations of the quality of the picture. This should be the quality. This should be the limits of the quality of the picture. For those cases, you can use the other option, that angle, radius, whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise, are like that. And I obviously told, in general, I generally told that you don't have to memorize each and everything or each and every steps of a program. In case of R, I don't say about any other software or coding languages, but for R, you have the option before if you forget about the command or forget about the things what you have to put under the command, you just put the question mark and then write the command and then press run. You will get the options. What are the options available under that code? So for this, you don't have to memorize all the things. Okay. Is it clear? So by putting these labels, paste names of count and quotation. Under quotation, you have put a dash sign and then count. Count means the value. And together, if we run this, you will get a picture like this. Okay. Say if we need only not the count, you need the percentage. What are the percentage of male and what are the percentage of female? In that case, you just convert the table to a percentage table. How we can convert this? Just put a name. I just put a name PCT. PCT means percentage. I just used a short form. As it is just a name. Okay, nothing to worry. Then equal sign. Okay, round. We have to round. I make it round up. Means there are sometimes it is sometimes it can be seen that the percentage may be 5.6666 like that. So in our case, I just round up the numbers. So round, again, bracket start, count. Count means the name of the table, divided by some counts and multiplied by 100. This is the formula, basic formula for calculating percentage. Okay. This is the basic formula for calculating percentage. And then by, okay. And now this, there are don't know why it is not working. There are 58% male and 42% female. So these are the options. Okay. There are 42% male and 58% male. Already by seeing the graphical representation, we have that knowledge that there are the percentage of male is greater than female. Okay, these are the things. These are the advantage of graphical representation. So next is line. So sometimes it is appear that someone wants to check whether the sales of a shop or sales of a company is increasing or decreasing. This increasing or decreasing in terms of statistics or in terms of uh, statistical technique is known as trend. is there, so the probably the person from the company may not use the word trend. He just want to check the increasing or decreasing manner of his sales. But which statistician tells like, is there any kind of trend in the sales of that company? Okay, this is somehow like the data set is somehow like that. Somehow, okay. Okay, dataset is like this. So I want to check the arrival of tourists to Northeast, or there is a national park, you probably heard about that, Kaziranga, okay, in Assam, which is popular due to the one horn rhino. The name of the national park is Kaziranga, and it is popular for one horn rhino. Okay, so I want to check from 1991 to 2018, what is the manner of the tourist to that national park? What is the manner means? Whether the the coming of the tourist is decreasing or increasing from 1999 to 2018. So by seeing a raw table, you cannot have that idea, because I have used only 20 years data, but some in real field you may have more than 50 or more than 100 years data. By seeing only seeing with naked eyes, you cannot have that idea whether it is upgoing or decreasing. In that case, we have the option of trend line. So first, I export the dataset. I export the dataset from Excel. Okay. And there are two options. One is called scatter diagram, and the other one is called line diagram. By plotting the raw data, we'll have this. The command is plot, simply plot, and A means the name of the file. By plotting the raw data, we'll have a scatter diagram. I already mentioned you that scattered means we instead of using any bar or any line, we just use only dots.
Please wait. Sir has lost his connection, most probably. I am trying to contact him. Please wait. Sir will join within 2-3 minutes. He has the electricity problem, most probably. Please wait for few minutes. Dipankar, you are there? Dipankar, are you there? দীপঙ্কর, আপনি কি আছেন? Yes, sir, please. Sir, you are mute.
Okay. This is the name of the file A. We use the option
Sir,
plot A.
we can't
This
see
is
your
the
screen,
scatter
sir.
plot. Or is it
Yes.
visible? Okay. This is the file name A. I imported from Excel. Okay. Then plot A to plot what? Scatter diagram. Why it is called scattered? Because we don't use any kind of bar or any kind of line. Instead of this, we only use dotted point in each time interval. Okay. But by using the extra option type equal to under quotation small l, we'll have the line. Okay. Without using this type is equal to under quotation L, we'll have the scatter diagram, and by using type is equal to small l under plot, we will have the option of line. Okay. In histogram also, we will show you. I'll show you. Okay. Okay. For histogram. Okay. This is the scatter diagram. Okay, scatter diagram generally means how diversely or how scatteredly your data set are there. How your data is how scatters. That is why it is known as scatter diagram. We generally don't use any kind of line or what bar for scatter diagram. Instead of those things, we generally use dot points in each cases. Okay, up to here, anything else? Anything you want to ask?
Excuse me, sir, I have a question now. When you call down the data sets, like say when you get the tobacco and the gender and then the other one, you always name it with A. So when it comes down, you override the earlier one. Is that what happens in the system?
Okay, for example, I actually I use A for this class only. If you want to use any kind of name, it is your choice.
I understand
Because
that, but I mean, like every time you call the next data set, you also give that the next data set also A. I'm just asking inside the system, it overrides the earlier data set with A. Is
yes, yes,
that what happens?
definitely. Yes,
Okay.
definitely. Because see, uh, this is A R norm 100. Okay, I just run it and I want to check what are the A. These are the A. Okay, right now again this file. I I put the name A here. Okay, I run this file. So what happened? I run this file. Something had happened. Okay, wait. Okay, now check A. So this is the difference. First A was there. I put A and insert R norm or 100 numbers to A. Then these data set are there. But after running this code, A is changed to this. So when you are doing analysis in R, better use different name in different for different analysis or different data set. Because first, in the beginning, A is like this. Then as I have put A is equal to with this USB common, then this A takes the value this. Instead of taking this, in place of this A now takes these values. So
Okay.
this A, yes. Anything else?
Thank you. That's it.
Okay. So I will end this session in this with this presentation. Actually, up to this scatter diagram was there. So if you have anything, any question, you can ask. Or if you have anything in your analysis or in your research period, if you find any difficulties regarding the it may be graphical representation or it may be in other cases of R also, you will you will take my Gmail ID from the organization. You can just mail to me. Okay, so thank you for now.
Sir, can we get that script file, sir?